Don't look at my legs. There's bruises all over them. All right, welcome in. Oh, God. God. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this video. I've been putting off these books for so long. Not that long because they just came out, but I cannot wait to read them. Also, I'm like still dying, of course, so I'm gonna be coughing a lot. So I have compiled a list. It's a pile. I have compiled a pile of books that I was most anticipating their release, and I'm so excited to read them. And obviously this is 5 books, so probably not gonna read all 5 in this video. I'm gonna hope to like do at least 3, and we'll see. But I have options. For me as a mood reader, I've got options. I know for a fact one that I'm gonna read, she's on top because she's a little itty bitty teeny tiny, so she'll be quick. But I'm gonna go through all of these books. Came out like very recent, like within the last month, I believe, and I have acquired the ones that I want. My choices are Powerful by Lauren Roberts, the novella to Powerless, which I actually just went over and reread for the giveaway. So this is fresh in my brain. I am so ready to read this. So ready. That's gonna be first. Spoiler alert, that's first. But while I'm talking about spoilers, this is gonna be a spoiler-free vlog, don't worry. I know I tend to love to spoil books. I won't spoil anything in this video, I promise. My next choice is, this like just recently came on my radar just because I saw it in person. I like don't even remember the names of it, but The Reappearance of Rachel Price, a YA thriller-ish type book. That's all I know. I know absolutely nothing about it. Oh, okay, well, I mean, that makes sense. Rachel Price vanished, and... Ooh, okay. So 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished. It seems young Belle, as they call her, is the only witness with 1 L. Young Belle with 1 L. And her family, 16 years later, have decided to do a true crime documentary. And apparently, Miss Rachel comes back out of nowhere. So that'll be kind of fun. And it's YA, so it should be quick. But dang, this is like stiff. That spine is so cracking. All right, next I have Geneva Rose, Home is Where the Bodies Are. Look at this freaking cover. I'm obsessed with this cover. It looks like a little VHS tape. How freaking cute. And there was like an exclusive version with Barnes & Noble where there was a cover to go over the cover, and it looked like the VHS tape covers. And I wanted it, but it was sold out. But anyways, this is adorable. She is like queen of covers. I love her stuff. And this is the actual book. How freaking cute. I'm literally obsessed with it. But she is the author of Perfect Marriage, which I loved. I was obsessed with that book. Okay, stop saying obsessed. Oh my God. She wrote The Perfect Marriage, which I really, really loved. She also wrote, there's another one that I own that's sitting over there, but the cover's off because I like the actual book. So I don't remember. Oh, You Shouldn't Have Come Here. Got it. But I haven't read that yet. But this just came out, and I really want to read it. It's on the list, and it's a thriller, so different vibe. Next, Funny Story by Emily Henry. See, this is bad because I want to read all of these, but I'm not going to get all of these done. I'm like super busy this coming week because I just got a new job. Not unemployed anymore. Thank you. And so I have to do a week of like rigorous training. So I'm very busy, but I'm just gonna stay up and read these because sleep when you're dead. Funny Story. I have the Fun UK cover and paperback. So I'm very excited to read this. I just reread Happy Place too. Reread Happy Place for the giveaway and liked it more. As I was rereading it, I upped the rating because I liked it more the second time around. So it made me really in the mood to read another Emily Henry book. And it literally has the title Funny in it, and I'm ready to laugh. I think she's hilarious. She's literally one of the funniest authors I've ever read. And that's high praise coming from me because I'm pretty strict on like jokes in books. I often don't find them funny. So I find Emily Henry very funny though. Next, this one I absolutely 100% will be reading in this video. I'll be reading this because I have bought this. I got it book of the month, I think like last month or the month before, I don't know, but I've been waiting. There's something in it. Cute. I guess this is the book of the month bookmark they send. Welcome to the friend zone in a good way. Cute. Anyways, I have yet to hear a single bad thing about this book, so I'm excited. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to be a 5-star. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to go through and guess what I thought these were going to be rated. Don't worry, I'm not going to let it sway my opinion. I'm going to actually rate them what I think, like regardless if I'm wrong or not. But I have a guess that this is going to be a 5-star read. That's a bold choice. But I'm going to guess that this is a 5-star read. I'm going to say this is probably going to be like a 4.25. That's what my guess is. I hope it's higher, but that's my initial vibe, is that it's going to be 4.25. This one, I'm going to go for like a 4. I feel like it'll be like a very solid thriller. I don't know what the premise of this book is. I just like Geneva, and I think she's funny, and I like the cover. So I'm going to go with a 4. I'm going to go with like, I don't know. I want to say like a 3.75, just because it's a YA thriller, and I don't know if I've read a YA thriller other than like The Fear, which was like the stupidest book ever. So I don't know. I'm going to go 3.75. I'm going to have low expectations, okay? And then Powerless was a 5-star read, but it's a novella. So like the odds are a novella is not going to be 5 stars, like realistically. So I'm going to say 4.25. Okay? Those are my guesses. And I'm going to immediately jump into Powerful. I am so freaking excited. Look how teeny tiny and cute it is. It's literally, I've got small hands. I've got tiny little chubby fat finger hands, and it's the size of this book. I'm going to finish this tonight, hopefully. God, if I don't finish, I do that every time. I want to look at the page count and then I spoil it for myself. I don't know how many pages there are. I don't even know where the page count is on this. Okay, so there's like over 200. I don't know if I can finish that tonight because I do have a little bit of work to do. So, also, since I'm just like blabbering, I still haven't finished Ruthless Vows. I literally haven't picked it back up since I came back from my trip. I don't know why it feels like that was like in another life. And since I'm not traveling anymore, then like I don't have to read it. I do need to read it. I need to finish it. I'm enjoying it. But I wanted to get to these first. So we're going to start Powerless, and then I will talk about all the books in detail at the end. I don't know if I'll like give my rating right away or if I'll make you wait until the end to keep you on the edge of your seat. But that's what we're doing right now. Let's get into it. It's page 56. Why am I already crying? Woo! This book is gonna hurt. I am this far into it, and it already hurts. I'm in a new spot. It's also like I'll cover the light. Not great visually, but it is what it is right now because I wanted to give a quick update on Powerful. She has the ability, this author, I don't know if she's married. The fucking quotes that she writes, how does she come up with this? I was reading it all last night. I got like halfway through. Well, I'm more now, but I was like halfway through last night, realizing that I wish I had been tabbing because the shit that she says, I was 60 pages in and my jaw was on the floor. Just like with the random shit that she says. I didn't know like the premise of this book at all. I knew it was about Adina, but I didn't know that it was gonna be like a love story. The man in this book. Obviously you know what's coming because you've read Powerless if you're reading this one. I am not mentally prepared at all. Like just thinking about it makes me really upset. I had to stop reading in public because every single time they said something really sweet or anything, I was getting really emotional and I was starting to cry. I'm in the last like 50 or so pages. They go by so fast because it's like a short page already because it's a tiny book and it's like double space. So, and I just lost my space. Okay. Anyways, I'm in the last little bit and I know it's gonna be literally gut-wrenching, but the quotes are so unmatched. They're so funny too. Lauren Roberts is freaking hilarious because the men that she writes are so funny. For what? I mean, sorry, I forgot to cover the window. The women are funny too. Like, God, I was kicking my feet in Starbucks. wrenching, but so good. Oh my god. I don't even know what my face looks like. I'm not looking forward to editing this. Okay. Well, first book done, aside from the very obvious ending. Incredible book. I wish I had had a full, normal-sized book of this story. Is Muggs down there? Oh, Muggs is under my blanket. I didn't realize. Sorry, Muggs. There is a little sneak peek of Reckless, so I will be reading that. Unless it's the same sneak peek that was in the other one. Anyways, really, really glad that I read that. She did really an amazing job telling Adina's story. Like, amazing. I went into that with pretty low hopes, and I was blown away. That was amazing. You have to go read it before Reckless comes out. Okay, next book I have to go pick. I don't know what I'm reading yet. I'm not in the mindset to read another book right now. I'll come back eventually. I'm not going to talk long because I still feel gross. So all I'm saying is that I've picked my next book and it's going to be Funny Story. That's it. So now I'm going to go read. It's the next day. I finished Love Story. I finished Funny Story. I finished it really quickly. Like, I literally read, I think it just took me like a good 48 hours. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer than it actually did. Loved it. I will give my full thoughts at the end, obviously with all the other books. There wasn't like a big scene or anything to record my reaction at the end, so there wasn't a whole lot of reading vlog to this one. I also didn't expect to finish it so quickly. And like I read 98% of it downstairs, where it's not as fun or easy to record. So that's all I have to say right now about this, is that book number 2 is finished. And I have decided, I read like a chapter last night, or 2 chapters last night. Oh my god, there's a gnat in here. I didn't get it. But I started last night. I picked Just for the Summer, Abby Jimenez. This is my first Abby Jimenez book. I'm very excited. But I'm only like 2 chapters in. Let me figure it out. Okay, I'm on chapter 3 and I'm already really liking it. I don't know anything about it, but I did see that there was like almost like a borderline trigger warning in the beginning, which I had heard that this book makes you cry. Yeah, maybe some trigger warnings in here. Can't wait for that. So there probably will be more like reactions in this book if it makes me cry like a little big fat baby at the end. I have realized books that made me cry, I tend to rate higher, so maybe we'll get a 5-star out of this. I literally don't remember what I thought it was going to be, like my rating guesses. Maybe it'll be a 5-star. Who knows? But look at this cover. It is literally one of the prettiest books. I love it. I kind of wish it didn't have Book of the Month on it, but it's okay. Also, I love a book that is pretty without its cover. This one is not pretty without its cover. Not only is this ugly, but it's like mega Book of the Month in your face, and like these colors are low-key fugly. You're gonna have a slip that's this pretty, and then have a chicken shit color book underneath. That does not sit right with me. I don't know if that was a Book of the Month choice, like because this book is clearly stamped Book of the Month, so like they made the book, or if that is if all of her books, all of this copy look like that. I'm gonna have to look because that is fugly. But anyways, we're starting that today. Hopefully be done by tomorrow. I would love to be done with this by tomorrow, but it feels like a really quick, easy read. I think it's like 400 pages, almost on the dot, so hopefully be done with that by tomorrow, and then we'll see if I get one more book in. Don't know, but I'm gonna get into it. Guess I should put the cover back on so you don't have to look at this uggo. Okay. Don't look at my messy bed. I am coming in literally purely just to give an update about how much I'm loving this book. And that's a huge feat for me to just never want to stop. It was similar to how I felt Powerful, and that was 5-star read. So like I have such high hopes for the rest of this book. I think I like it more than your usual, like, romance. Because one, I have no idea how it ends. All I know is that it makes people cry. So, like, and I've never read her before, so I don't even know if she does happy endings, like, every time. So, like, maybe this doesn't have a happy ending. I don't know. I have zero idea. Of course, I'm gonna hope and assume it has a happy ending, but I am chapter 29, page 249. I've cried, like, 4 times already. Everything for them is just so, like, shitty. Like, the timing is just so shitty. The lives they were given, so shitty. And so it just breaks my heart anytime they're talking. And I'm sorry, Justin? Who is this man? Who is this man? He is so, so good. He is so cute. I can't even express with words how perfect Justin is. Other than his situation, which is literal booty cheeks ass, he's perfect. He's so cutie. He gives me butterflies. And, like, typically in romance books, the conflict they have or, like, why they can't be together, it's usually stupid. And, like, I just kind of move on because I don't really care. But, like, this one is very valid. If I was in her position, I would have the exact same feelings. I would also be like, I'm not 100% sure I want to do that. So, like, it's completely valid. I can see her brain working in the way where it's like, I like him so much, but I don't know if I want that. Which sucks. Because I'm right there with her. Like, I also wouldn't want that. But also, I'm obsessed with him. She's pulling a lot of emotions out of me. Like, if I were to just compare with my last romance, funny story, such different emotions being pulled for me. Like, in this one, I was like, oh my god, he's so cutie, I love him. And this one, I'm like, no, I would drop my life to be with him. But then you're thrown in with other conflicts, and you're like, oh my god, am I gonna drop my life to be with him? And this one, they're so cute, so happy for them. Next day, I was like, wait, what was the plot of this book? And then in this one, this book is going to stay with me forever because I'm so obsessed with them. And there's so many more, like, complex emotions in this book than, like, a normal romance. Like, there's a lot of outside things happening, outside characters that I feel connected to. I didn't like Maddie at first, but I'm starting to love Maddie. I think she's hilarious. A little harsh sometimes, but hilarious. That was just my update, is that I'm loving it. And I have less than half left, so I'm gonna finish this today. And then that might be it for the video. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully we're gonna end on a bang. I love not knowing what the end is. Like, I literally am so blind, I have no idea where she's going with this. I don't even know how to guess it, which is what I love. So she's getting high praise from me already. So I'm gonna go finish. Anything that comes out of Justin's mouth. Tears. This is too much. The end of chapter 36. I literally had to close the book and do deep breathing exercises. My shirt is soaked. My room is in literal shambles, and I'm about to go out to the pool, but I want to do this first. So just don't look too closely. So I read Powerful first. Exceeded all expectations, and I gave it 5 stars. Sue me, gave it 5 stars. Don't care. Okay, I feel like the way I know it's a 5-star is it is from chapter like 2 or 3. Cannot put it down, and every single page I'm obsessed with. It fit the criteria. I don't know what you want me to say. 5 stars. I want to read an entire book on them. I saw some people saying that they didn't give it 5 stars because they wanted more. That didn't affect me. I wanted more just because of how obsessed I am with them. But like, it deserves the 5 stars for me because of how quickly she got me attached to these characters. It's 200 pages, but like short pages and big like font, big spacing. So like in a real book, I feel like it would be like 100 pages, and she made me obsessed with them. I didn't even feel that connected to her, to the main character Adina in Powerless, and I did really quickly in this book. Like, she made me fully connected to this character. 5 stars. I have no bad words to say about it, and I cannot wait for Reckless. Cannot wait. Then I read Funny Story. I think, did I give this a 4.25? I think I was in between a 4.25 and a 4.5. But now that I've sat on it for a couple days, I'm saying 4.25, like officially, just because this story didn't really stick with me. Like, even right now, I'm gonna have to like rack my brain about the entire plot of this book, which kind of sucks. And I know it's partially because I read it really quickly, but also like it just didn't stick with me that much. This girl was engaged to a guy. He was dating a girl. Her fiance left her for his girlfriend because they've been best friends since they were little. So they bonded over that mutual trauma, and then of course fell in love. So like the story was really cute. The guy was cute. I liked it, but in my head right now, I can't remember the details. And I didn't tab. It didn't feel tab worthy to me. I typically will start out every book with a pencil ready to like underline things, but I don't start out ready to tab. And it has to like earn its tab worthiness, and it never really earned any tabs. So that's unfortunate. But there are some underlined things. Like, he said some cute things. I can't remember them at all right now. But still really good book. Like, still worth it. I would say probably Happy Place is better in my head. And maybe Beach Read's better. I don't really know. Honestly, I'm stuck on that one. But then the holy grail of books in this video. I gave this a 6 star. I've never rated a romance book 6 stars before. I don't know what she put in this book. Unreal. It was just unreal. The emotions that she brought out of me in this book. I was crying from like chapter 6 and on. I was immediately tabbing. They're light, but they're in there. I was underlining almost everything he said. This main character, the blueprint for all romance books now. Like, I love him. I loved how silly he was, and like the date invites. The only like slight issues I had, which they were so small that like it didn't affect my rating at all. I feel like the term, because she talked on like mental health a lot, which is fine. Obviously I liked it, but like she used the term getting small, which is fine, but she used it really often. It just like didn't, I don't know. It was like the way they just like threw it around. Like, you know, she's gonna get small. Like, that felt borderline silly to me. I don't know. Just like the way it was being used felt weird. Just like it was like very nonchalant. It was just the term getting small. I don't know. It just like, it like took me out of the story. Anytime they said like she's gonna get small in her terms of being like depressed and like anxious type of thing. Overall, really, really loved the story and how it came together and her decision making, because I kind of agreed with her decision making in it. And the last like 50 pages, death to me. I was crying the whole 50 pages. Like, her monologue at the end, death. Like, I want to immediately read this again, and that's rare with like a standalone romance book. So 6 stars. Nothing bad to say about this book other than the get small thing, but nothing bad to say. Absolutely loved it. The real life scenarios thrown into a romance, so it's not just like a cutesy type of thing. Like, when romances will be like, oh, we love each other, but we can't be together because her job is too far away, and it's like a waitressing job. Like, okay. It's just like stupid, but this was very realistic and almost too real to where it hurt my feelings the entire time. Like, it was just, that's a cat at the door. They're gonna have to deal with it because I'm almost done. Just so good. So good. I feel like we actually did really well. I am so pleasantly happy with these books that we read. I read them. With the books that I picked for this video. All of them amazing. No bad things. Go read them all. And if you haven't read Powerless, you have to read it so you can read Powerful. If you're like on the fence of reading this, you have to. Be ready to cry, but you have to.
Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. That's it for the new ones. I don't know when I'll get to my other ones. These are the two I didn't read because I wasn't really in the mood for thrillers. I thought I might be, but I wasn't. So we'll see when I get to these. Who knows? But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.